So if you've received Christ, but you still have the nature, but you still have your old nature, you have to be tested. Not tempted, but tested. In other words, if you're not looking in the unconscious part of your mind and recognizing your own sins, so you will have to have experiences in this world called tests that will bring the contradiction between what you believe and what Jesus believes to the forefront, so that you will have to deal with it and make a decision. That's what the testing is. Isn't that what I told you this morning, that that's what's going on? You can't believe what you see, or you can't believe what you see or what you hear. You can't believe it. You have to practice running your opinions through Christ in the midst of you. See, and the harder it is for you to do that, the more likely you're not, how do I say this? We're supposed to be developing our relationship with Christ in the midst of ourselves. He's supposed to be our husband, our intimate. We're supposed to be in continuous communication with him. That's how we pray without ceasing, by being in continuous communication with Christ in the midst of us. But a lot of us don't do that. We get caught up in work and other activities. So sometimes we don't recognize things that we're doing wrong. It's obvious to everyone around us, but we just don't see it. So sometimes something has to happen to shock us, to wake us up, at which point we have to make a decision. When the error of your thinking, because that's what it is, it's an error of your thought process, it's an error of opinion, it's an error of the way you're dealing with things. When it's forced to the surface, you make a decision. Will you realize you made a mistake and do the right thing? Or will you double down and attack the person that told you the truth? Which will not end well. That's what a test is. It's not a temptation. It's a situation that drives you to a confrontation with a situation that you hadn't realized was there, and you have to make a decision. Now, what's the difference between a test and a temptation? A temptation is an unfair thing, and a temptation is a test where one side is loaded. It's something that you really want that you can't have. You see a woman and you can't have her, she's a married woman. Are you going to go after her anyway or not? Or not? Or is someone making you the proposition? Somebody that you really want, but you're married and you cannot say yes. That's a temptation. You really would like to go with that guy. Or you really would like to go with that woman. And it's taking all of your strength to say no. You really want to do it. That's a temptation. God does not tempt you to sin. God will never tempt you to sin. A test is when you're not emotionally involved, unless your pride is involved, which is a different thing. God is not responsible for your pride. See, God will not send a gorgeous, voluptuous woman to you and say, resist. He wouldn't do that. God will show you what you're doing wrong and challenge you to make the right decision, okay? And then your pride can put a pressure on you and make you decide to double down. But God didn't do that to you. God gave you the clear events, the clear facts of what happened, that you didn't realize it was wrong, okay? That this is what should be done. It's in the Bible. God's witnessing it to it. Will you overcome your pride and do the right thing? God didn't put your pride there, you see. That's a test. Glory to God.